Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are taking a look at Dead Cells by Motion Twin, a roguelike Metroidvania available on the Steam Early Access program, and I've been playing it a lot. I played it for about an hour off camera entirely for myself the first night I got the code from the developers, and then I've played about 4 hours of it in total on stream, and I'm burying the lead a little bit here, although if you were at any of those streams you already know my opinion on this game. If you ignore the fact I just recently got into Hollow Knight and I'm in love with that game, this is probably the first game in a long time where I've had such a positive first impression and thought to myself, this is something that's potentially going to be very, very special for those of you into the genre. It's that good. The only real detriment is that it's an early access game. I know some people won't buy early access games on principle, they'll wait until the game's released, and that is a perfectly acceptable stance to have on things. But yeah, as far as detriments go, it's not done yet. But what is here is impressive. Let's jump into my game in progress. Again, you may have already seen me play this a little bit. But anyway, you are this little sentient slime. You inhabit this corpse, and you're kind of let loose. And this is 40% of my gold from the last run I did because I have upgraded some perks to get this. There is some persistent upgrades, a la, for instance, starting with a certain percentage of your previous run's gold. You can also gain some special abilities. It's not really stat increases reset, so you always start with the same HP, the number of heals that you've unlocked. For instance, like on left bumper, if you look in the bottom left, I have 1 heal. Oh, wait, no, I have 2 heals now. I forgot I got that upgrade. You can eventually upgrade to have like 3 heals. Think of them as Estus Flask uses if you like. But anyway, I'm using the 360 controller, and the game does highly recommend using a controller, but it is on PC at present. You can double jump with A, you can attack with X, you can dodge roll, and it has iframes with B, and you can attack with a secondary weapon with Y, but we don't currently have one. We can also have 2 active abilities equipped, to left trigger and right trigger, but again we have none. And we do have a amulet slot, which right now is just our prison collar, but we can hopefully trade that out. The levels do change each time you go in, but generally you find the same connections to different areas. Now I bought a perk where I start with a randomly spawned bow out of the bows I've unlocked, so it wouldn't normally be quick bow 1, it's just like beginner bow 1 that you would get. So the game does have a stat system, you can see its damage over time there as well, and there is rarities, and similar to say something like Diablo, just because you find something of the same tier, it doesn't necessarily have the same special stats. But we're going to take the quick bow, which is going to go on our Y slot. You can also take the shield. I honestly don't see much use in the shields personally, but that just might be my personal playstyle. Also, I am going to quickly just turn it down a little bit because I feel like it's a little loud. It's just a little bit. So, that is what we're currently set up with. We have no skills. The runes are the permanent upgrades I've unlocked. So I've got the Vine rune and the Teleportation rune. I'll try not to use those for this look at, just in case of spoilers. This is our stat person. He is currently not working. Yes, game stats are coming soon, but I'll just tell you for completion. These up here are all the weapons, special powers, bombs, amulets, and whatever else I've unlocked, and I believe, but I'm not 100% sure, the colour denotes how far I've upgraded them. So I believe that green is tier 1, red is tier 2, I think. Might be wrong, but we'll worry about upgrading once we actually complete a run. And the game is called Dead Cells because when we kill an enemy they drop blue cells, which are counted above our gold in the bottom left, just above the collar icon. And assuming you make it to a checkpoint, you can cash in your cells to either unlock new gear or power up existing gear. Not the gear you have on you, I just mean in general you'll power up the stats. Like say for instance, you can power up the bleed sword so that every time you find the bleed sword it's 5% more damaging. That kind of thing. But anyway, let's jump into a run and I'll give you a little flavour of what the game plays like. It is exceptionally smooth, it feels very responsive. I am very satisfied with it. You can duck as well, you don't need to dodge. I stood up too soon because I'm a fool. Yeah, quick bow is a little bit OP compared to the others. I actually did get a random drop. We got a bomb, which I will pick up after we take all this. So this is a grenade level 1, active skill, 2.58 second recharge, flat, does 80% damage, no special trinkets, and it goes on right trigger. So, now we have this bomb to chuck at someone. It's got a pretty fast cooldown as well, but we can also find level up stations where we can improve our skill stat, but we'll worry about that when we find it. Oh, it dazes them as well, excellent. Ow. case in point, actually, we just found a skill, a +1 skill. Sometimes you'll find one where you get to pick the stat, sometimes the stat is decided for you. So now our cooldown on the bomb has gotten better, and I believe the damage has gotten better. In fact, can we check the damage? Yeah, they went up from 80 something to 114. So, case in point, that's what the skill stat does. Hello, friendo. Now, what we really want to find is a new weapon, ideally. Although having this quick bow to start with is pretty nice. So that yellow portal is a teleport. It's fast travel. Think of it like the teleports in Gungeon, and you're essentially there. As long as you have 2 teleports activated, you can travel between them. Oh, we found our item room. Let's see what we get. New weapon, please. It is a weapon, but it's not a great one. So it's a tier 2 electric whip. 184 damage per second. It also has passive automatic targets closest enemy. Damage plus 15%. Damage dealt times 2, but you also receive 2 times damage. It's very dangerous, and the run will probably end a lot quicker now, but I can't resist being a glass cannon. So we'll take that instead of the... Ooh, it's got a longer range than I was expecting. We could, incidentally, if we wanted, pick that up instead of our sword. I'm just debating if I want to do that, actually. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this, sure. So now I've got the bow on this. Alright. This might just be me dying real quick here. Oh, and I immediately find a weapon I want. Okay. I really wanted to kill the shield guy, but sadly not. Luckily your own bombs don't damage you. Twin daggers, tier 1, 220 damage per second, inflicts a critical blow on the 3rd consecutive hit. I will take that over the quick bow. So now we have dual blades. I need to make sure I'm not in his line of sight, so he'll start moving again, I think. Yeah. Oh. Nice. Basically, I don't want to get hit by anything. I'm using the right analog stick to look around. Oh, I accidentally found a secret. Secrets are glowing runes in the wall. If you find one on the floor, it takes you to an alternative level where you have to kill some enemies without getting hit. And if you do it, you get rewards. I've only successfully done it once. They are very, very hard. Alright, we're doing a lot of damage right now. So normally, you wouldn't be able to interact with this. I have a rune unlocked, so I can. But I'm going to ignore it. We found our shop. So you're selling a different type of whip. Plus 30% damage on bleeding targets. I do like the kunai. Ice grenades are excellent as well. Freeze skills seem a little bit OP to me, incidentally. Damage taken reduced by 10%. We will take that because we have nothing. And we might still be able to afford the kunai. Yeah, we can. Oh, but I would need to get rid of something. Ammo plus 3. Actually, no, we'll leave the kunai. It's fine. Let's continue looking around. So if I pay 1,000, I get this amulet. I really wish I knew this was here before I spent money on another amulet, but never mind, we'll just ignore it. Oh, you do have a down attack as well. Forgot about that. And I just died because I took double damage. I rolled the wrong way. I was trying to roll into him. Those leaping attacks the zombies do, they do like 40 damage, so I assume it did 80 damage to me. In case in point, you should not pick up double damage received items, I guess. Oh hey, I didn't realise kunai counted as a ranged weapon. Or I could have sworn the skill said bow. Alright, this time we won't pick up anything like that. The kunai, it does damage over time and you can inflict various tiers of bleed. But that should give you a general idea of how the runs in this game go. Obviously you want to do better than I did. You want to get to different areas. There is bosses. I believe there's only 2 bosses currently and I've only found one. And I very nearly had him on my first try, but we had 1 hit left in each other and he hit me first. Very disappointed. But the animations are so fluid, the music is great, the weapons are great. You feel like a badass when you have certain setups. There's synergies. Like you can have like fire-based setups, poison-based setups, frost-based setups. Quick damage, crit damage. You know what I mean? It's just, it seems so finished that that's why I don't feel like there's a lot of risk involved with me recommending it so highly. Oh, missed a secret back there. Despite the fact that it is early access. I'd obviously prefer that it wasn't. But what is here... Oh, wow! Damage taken reduced by 30% for free. That is exceptionally lucky. And we just got a health upgrade too. You also notice again, this is a different layout than the stage we just did. I do want to show you what happens when you bank some cells, so hopefully I won't die this time. But yeah, I'm enamored. We've got an excellent game here. And the asking price on Steam, ooh, this is my favourite skill in the game. It's the Nothing Personnel Kids one. You teleport behind an enemy and stun them so you can attack. We want that. We definitely want that. Yes, the asking price, again, keeping in mind Steam Early Access is technically not done yet. I think they guesstimated that they're about 60% done. It's $13.99, which, you know, usually I give the blurb, hey, if an indie game is more than $8.99, it better be something really good, otherwise that's a little bit on the high side price-wise. I think that's a fair price. That's roughly the same as what they're charging for Hollow Knight. I would rate this up here, or up there rather, with the quality on offer in Hollow Knight. So yeah, pay 1,000 to get a level up, but I want the Nothing Personnel Kid skill. It's a difficult choice. That's the level up where we actually get to choose, do you want to increase your HP, normal damage, or special skill damage. But I am going to buy this because I can't resist. It actually is also a special version of it where you poison the target, you teleport behind. Thank you for barking immediately right next to me for no reason, Maya. You just had to get your cameo, didn't you? So I have to pay you now for being in this video. Yeah, I know. She's furious. Nothing personnel, kid. Your shield can't save you from what I've got. So these are also just like, we get a bunch of money. We might be able to afford to level up. We only need 1,000. We need to be on the same level, otherwise it doesn't proc. Come to me! That is a carrot to restore health. We don't actually need it right now. So that was a secret worth 250 gold. But anyway, I don't really have any intention of showing off an entire run of the game, because they can last, depending on how well you do, upwards of half an hour. And I already have 4 hours of content on the game on the channel. Just look for the live stream VODs. So I'll show you how the sales work. I think I'm going to do a series on the game because I'm enjoying it that much, even though it's not done. I was going to hold off, but I want an excuse to play more of it. We'll take normal damage. I like normal damage. We're going to quickly go check over here to the right, and then we're going to go into the promenade so I can show you how you bank skills. But yeah, it's one of those weird Let's Look Ats where, well, for one, I've already put so many hours of content on the game on the channel already, where I've been doing nothing but singing its praises. I don't want to come across as shilling, so I don't want to just spend like 20 minutes saying, hey, I really like this game. It should really be obvious. This is a sword that bleeds, but you also actually chuck a grenade when you swing with it, like that. A little bit of extra damage, that's not too bad. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to show this run through to its completion. Most likely, because with that 30% less damage taken, oh, we do have the ability to teleport here as well. This is the run where we could actually get very far. Usually every time I've found one of those damage down amulets, it's been 10%. I think I found a 20% one once. To randomly get a 30,000, I wish, a 30% one is really, really good. So this is the quick travel system, so we're going to go up here. I will show off what you do with the cells. I will show you a little bit of the promenade, and then I think that'll do it. As I say, there is multiple hours of this game on my channel if you want to check it out more. I kind of don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to get into it. But anyway, when you reach a save point, which is what you get when you change areas, you find this gentleman who wants your cells. And if you talk to him, you can see all the various things I've unlocked. If it's got arrows on it, this is you wanting to increase its stats in some way. The first tier, I think, is always 5% more damage. After that, though, it looks like it might have like special properties. I don't know what that crystal denotes yet, because I've never got a weapon high enough for that yet. So I haven't unlocked this bow yet, and we have exactly enough cells to do it. So I'll probably do that, but I'll just give you an idea of some of the other things. On the first night I streamed this, we had the lead artist who worked on the game in the chat answering questions, and he was talking about the things they have planned. I sincerely hope they run with this and they just add more weapons, more skills, more actives. There's so many ways, and I would personally put in a little request for a scythe weapon and a greatsword, but that's just me, you know, you don't have to. Especially if it's lightning themed, you know, just throwing ideas out there for you. But there's a lot to do here. I haven't even unlocked this one yet. This active skill, damage buffer, adds 60 damage to each attack for 8 seconds. So it's a power up, and I assume maybe the length of time you get the power up would increase after you level it up again. But anyway, let's see what happens when we unlock a new weapon. Oh, you find blueprints incidentally, but if you don't make it to one of these safe rooms, to give the guy the blueprints and you die, they're lost. You have to find them again, and that can kind of really suck if you find a rare spawned blueprint, which I have done. Like I found a rare rapier blueprint, died on that run, haven't found it again since. So that can be a kick in the teeth a little bit. But it also adds kind of like another reason to grind runs, not just cells to unlock, say for instance, healing potion 3 so that you can heal yourself 3 times, as opposed to when you first start the game you can't heal yourself at all. Although you can when you get to these checkpoints. So anytime you unlock a new thing, you get the chance to actually use it here. So infantry bow 2, ammo 5, inflicts a critical blow when you strike at close range, damage plus 10%, and it also chucks a grenade. Is that better than our kunais? I would assume yes. So let's try it out. It fires pretty fast. If we're at close range, it does even more damage. And here's our chance to heal. Oh, we're actually at full health and we have all our Estus Flask. I will just call them that because hell, it even looks like an Estus Flask. Alright, let's see a change of scenery. Let's go to the Promenade of the Condemned. I've found 6 different areas, I think, including the one which was just the boss. They are very varied in their visual style. It is not all rinse repeat. And they look really good. Again, oh ho ho ho! Oh, please tell me that's some kind of scythe dagger. Assassin's dagger, that sounds awesome. I now can't die. I never thought to go up here before. Actually, you know what? I think I did. It's just I kept on trying to do it this way and you can't get enough height. You had to jump from over here. You had to do it pixel perfect as well. I'm so glad that I had a look up there. So you can also just find hidden blueprints in certain places. Like, hint hint, there's a blueprint you can find as soon as you start the game if you know where to look. There's also a lot more environmental hazards as we go on. It gets a bit more like something like Flint Hook a little bit, although not as annoying. But yeah, you've got environmental puzzles. You don't have a lot of iframes either. Oh god. I didn't think that would hit me. Oh, a free level up. Don't mind if I do. We will take an increase in damage again. I'm stacking damage because we don't have any way to freeze enemies right now. And freezing is worth powering up in my opinion. But again, you know, I have hours in the game, but I don't know what the best setups are yet. Pay 1200 and you get the skill which is like a Hadouken that freezes people. Again, the animation for it is great. I'm getting sick of myself singing the game's praises because usually I prefer to either be more impartial than that or more balanced. But the only complaint I can think of is, oh, it's early access. But it's a hell of a lot more finished than a lot of things in early access, and it doesn't come across to me as a game which is going to linger in early access for months or years. It feels like they actually have a plan. You can see their roadmap on the Steam store that I will link in the description box below as always. So you can look into it for yourself. I think they're also active in the Steam community page, so if you want to ask them specific questions again. Oh, there's an elite. Alright, we'll kill the elite and then that's probably... Well, we'll try and kill the elite and that's where we'll end off. Again, think of like... Oh, I keep forgetting the elite versions of these guys. They explode instantly. I really want to bleed you. Alright, we got him up to tier 2, so now he's going to teleport after us and he's going to be even stronger and very, very scary. But we'll hopefully get something good if he dies. I don't want to hit the zombies, I want to hit him. These fights are intense as hell. Got him. He dropped Fire Grenade tier 4. 16 damage, burns nearby enemies as well, plus 35% damage bonus on it, plus 25% on a stun target, and a swarm of biters crawl from your victim. That is just flat out good. Let's quickly test it. So he was stunned, so it would have done extra damage there. I want to try and show you the biters. It's a lovely little crawly thing. Also, I'm just going to heal up because I have 2 uses. There we go. There's a lovely little biter with a bow tie on it. But anyway, it continues. You find areas within the map. If you have additional powers like the Vine Rune or the Teleportation Rune, you can get to new areas within areas, so it kind of branches out in that fashion. Oh, it also tells you what blueprints you have as well to know that you have things to cash in and the run matters. Yeah, I don't think I want to show any more off in this Let's Look At. I imagine if you're into these sort of games, you're already potentially as interested as I was when I first saw it. Go check it out. I think the price they're asking for is fair. I don't really have any general complaints. It's sitting on overwhelmingly positive after being on Steam for 2 days. It's just really good. And look out for a series from me in the future if you're after more I am known for my roguelikes. This seems like a really good one. I'd be mad not to do it, I feel. Check it out though. Don't just take my opinion as fact. Form your own opinion, see what other people are thinking. Check out the Steam store page in the description box below. If, despite everything I've said, you're still not interested because it's in early access and not done yet, add it to your wish list and check it out when it is released. It feels like they're going the whole way with this. But anyway, that's just my opinion. This has been a look at Dead Cells by Motion Twin. I sincerely hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta for now.